What's your opinion of the retweet of the Heidi Cruz and Melania Trump pictures?
Well, I don't think we should start there. We should start with the fact that a super PAC that supports
No.
Cruz
I want to
started
know.
to attack
I want to know
Donald
what your
Trump's
opinion
wife.
is. I'm not going to let you do that.
And Don, let me just say, I'm going to answer that.
Omarosa, stop.
I'm going to answer that because let me tell you,
Omarosa,
his wife,
Omarosa.
he's going to
okay,
come
let's
back
stop.
for you.
Everybody, cut the mics. Everybody.
This is what
We're
they're
not doing that. I want everyone on this panel to answer the question directly. Then I will let you.
But you can ask questions, but you can't answer them, Don.
Okay.
You can ask them, but I have to answer them.
Okay, we'll be right back.
We'll
be right back.
I will.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Paris, what do you think?
I think this is fake news. This is not a news story. Don,
tell me what about it is fake, Paris. We're going to go. Are we going down this road again?
Yeah, we are.
Come on, Paris.
I didn't interrupt any of you all. Let me just tell you why. The president is not breaking any laws, and he's not doing anything. It's not his
okay,
fault.
Paris, hold on. Let me ask you this.
No.
Let me ask you. I'm going to let you finish. I'm going to let you finish. Do you actually know what the definition of fake news is?
What we're doing right now?
No, okay. Well,
because
then you are part of the fake news because you are on the network and you're part of the.
No.
Fake news is when you. Hang on. Let me explain to
story.
people out there watching and you what fake news is. Fake news is when you put out a story to intentionally deceive someone and you know that it is wrong. I don't know of anyone who has put out a story in the mainstream media that I can think of right now to intentionally deceive anyone. Now, people get things wrong. Sources sometimes empty, but no one that I know has put out anything to intentionally deceive someone. This story that we're doing right now is not to intentionally deceive anyone. We are simply talking about the cost to keep a president safe, the Secret Service cost, and what are the pros and the cons, and as Andre said, and if there are ways that we can maybe able to work on that to make it fiscally better for the American people. There is nothing fake about that. Please stop it with that stupid talking point that it is a fake news story. If you don't want to participate in the news stories on this network, then don't come on and participate. But don't call them fake because you don't agree with them. Go on.
Don, this is a fake news story, in my opinion, because the underlying
Paris,
assumption
thank you very much,
is
everyone.
that.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Good night, all.
Thanks, Don.
So what is one? So voting for Donald Trump and Russians influencing the election, one has. I mean, what does it have to do with the other? Even if people did vote for Donald Trump and they had every right to, and they believed in him, and that's great. But to say that the intelligence reports are false, that Russians influenced the election, do you not agree? Do you agree with the national national intelligence?
I'll tell you what I agree. Don, I'll tell you what I agree. I think Putin probably wanted Trump to win, but I also think that Merkel wanted Hillary Clinton to win, and Theresa May wanted Hillary Clinton to win.
Andy, hold on. Andy, stand by. Just answer my question directly. Do you believe the intelligence that Russians interfered with the election?
See, it's not as cut and dry as that.
Yes, it is. You can say yes or no.
The hacking could come from Russia. China hacks. There's that 400-pound man in his bed that hacks. And the media wasn't freaking out when, the Chinese were doing it, and then when Chelsea Manning was doing it,
Andy, you're conflating a lot of things.
How did we get to Chelsea Manning?
You're conflating a lot of things that have nothing to do with nothing. Ed Rollins is a top strategist for Great America PAC, which is a pro-Trump super PAC, all right? And he said this to the Washington Post about Trump's fundraising. He said Trump is, quote, he says, now looking into the abyss. And then he goes on to say he can't either start writing checks and selling some, he can either start writing checks or selling some buildings and golf courses or get on the phones to talk to donors. Big donors just don't want to give money unless they have the opportunity to talk to the candidate. Hear what your positions are. There's just been, sorry, it's hard to read, there's just been a failure from start to finish on the fundraising side. So, I mean, this is not coming from a never Trump person. This is a pro-Trump guy who is admitting, who has a super PAC. His job is to raise money. He's saying there's an issue. You're telling me, no, everything is rosy.
Well, based on what you've just told me, it is possible somebody watching CNN all day could get the wrong impression.
And which is what? What's the wrong impression? Come on, Stephen. Don't come on. Don't come on and be smug and cute and try to lie to me. There is a problem raising money, and you are saying everything is hunky-dory. We've all got it. And this guy, that's his job to raise money. He said he can't raise money.
Well, remember,
Okay, let's play it.
Hillary wants to essentially abolish the Second Amendment. By the way, and if she gets to pick her judges, nothing you can do, folks. Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is, I don't know. But
Why say something like that if that's not what he meant? As someone who's running for leader of the free world, shouldn't he be as clear in his words as possible? Go ahead.
Don, do you want me to? I'll answer that question. Listen, we can disagree about how imprudent he worded that, but to suggest that he was calling to violence means to me that you came into this with the idea that Donald Trump was calling to violence. Let me make the case afterwards. You didn't come into this with a clear and open mind. Listen, I endorsed Cruz in the primary campaign. I'm not a Trump surrogate. I'm supporting him
Dan,
now.
what you're saying right now makes no sense. I'm sitting at home. I'm watching Donald Trump. I have 2 ears.
Right.
I have 2 ears and I have 2 eyes, and I can see the reaction of the people behind me. And we're not stupid. Every single person you have on this panel, who are very smart people, David Gergen, who's respected. Hang on, will you let me finish, Dan? David Gergen, who's respected by people on both sides, by Republicans and by Democrats, who've worked for Republicans and Democrats, who has worked for a president who's had an assassination attempt, who's lived through presidents who've been assassinated, knew exactly what Donald Trump is saying, and we're supposed to be stupid enough not to understand that and to believe the spin coming from the surrogates and for people like you. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It doesn't make it, Don, frankly, I'm ashamed that you're talking to me as if I'm a child when 12 years of my life.
No, you're treating me as a child because you're telling me what I'm supposed to hear. And you're sitting here on television lying to the American people.
You don't know crap about this, Don. You're a TV guy. I was a Secret Service agent. Now cut off my mic. Do what you want.
I'm not going to cut off your mic. I'm going to tell you that you're sitting here and you're lying to the American people. You're lying to the American people, and you know that you're lying to the American people.
Dan Rogers, right.